Dramani Mahama is looking like. You can see from his shot, there's a host of media outlets who have been waiting patiently for that national address he's expected to give. We had indication early on from the handlers that he was ready to, but just an update from it. We got from the special aide to John Dramani Mahama, Joyce Mokhtar, indicates that the President-Elect can only speak after the Electoral Commission does the final declaration of the result. It's upon that he would be able to speak, but we are aware that he's ready and he's at home monitoring the situation. This is the stand where he would be speaking from anyway. But I would want to engage two people who have been neck deep in the campaign for John Mahama, the National Director for Logistics and Protocol, Ludwig Roger, and also a former Minister for Finance. Okay, Mr. Setekpe. Business and Tech will speak to us quite later on. But then, Ludwig, what did it take for your party to get to this level?
Commitment, dedication, and determination. I think party foot soldiers from the branches throughout the constituency, regional and national level, were all on the field. I mean, notice that we conducted a special type of campaign this year. We didn't do rallies. We were basically doing community engagement. We were explaining the issues to the Ghanaian people, why the difficulty we are going through, the type of work we did when we were in government, and where this current government has brought us backwards, and how they've destroyed the economy, how they destroy the moral fabric of this country. And so we were right there with the people at their doorsteps, in their houses, in their communities, in their churches, in their mosques, to explain what we will bring on board, particularly when we built a solid economy before handing over power to them. I mean, you talk about the stabilization fund, and you talk about the sinking, you talk about all the buffers, everything. But today, everything has been mortgaged and the country is zero. We are virtually a collapsed state. But I thank God that the people within the party, our branch organizers, our constituency, were on the field with less resources, but it was all about commitment. It was all about dedication. It's all about the structures that we put in place to be able to get our seat right down to members of the public, and that is the result you are seeing today.
Ludwig, I'm going to come back to you, but Mr. Teka, what is the expectation of the NDC in the face of the supposed delay by the Electoral Commission now in terms of the declaration of the result?
Thank you very much. I wouldn't want to put any economic interpretation to it, given the context.
No. Generally about the delay that the Electoral Commission is yet to declare the result. They say they are yet to get the collated results from the regions. How expectant is the NDC in terms of having the result declared in your favor? Then you can start to work towards the goal of resetting the country.
Oh, I think that the NDC post-election, would definitely be working within the transitional arrangements that are put, forward. Issues like the, expenditure in advance of appropriation, timing. Luckily, many of these things are prescribed, by law, statutory law, the Constitution as well, and they have time limits. And whatever preparation is required, a lot of intensive work had been done, during the manifesto phases of the. So I also don't envisage a prolonged delay with the EC's work. But if it does happen, of course, I expect that they would also be mindful of the, the timelines, within which things have to be done. But we have a manifesto that tells the country where we want to go. The flag bearer now, President-Elect, would address, a number of specific issues for which I would want to, preempt. But I think some will be fine. Melina, and we are all waiting, once he addresses the Ghanaian, vote citizens, we will follow and give any clarifications as may be needed.
Let me pick your thoughts on yes. Invitations from Parliament, they will be recalled on the 16th, and one of the most important things is the vote on account, which is the last one that the government needs to send to Parliament before the exit. What's your expectation? What are you looking out for on the vote of account?
No, the vote of account has one overriding purpose, arising from the fact that it is impossible in an election year to pass the budget, because the law requires, and the Constitution, that the budget should be read by the middle of November so that Parliament can do its work, and then latest, before they go on recess, they pass the budget. Now, because it's impossible, to pass the full budget, what we are talking about is what is called the expenditure in advance of the appropriation, which could not take place. And it is to fund government from January, to the end of March, right? Within which period the 2025 budget, would then be presented by the new government, to the new Parliament. Now, I envisage two things, or let's say three things. First of all, the 2024 budget.
Mr. Setekwe, he is a former finance minister. But we're also going to be speaking to Mike Okwe Jr. exclusively. And this is to get some updates from him with regards to the disturbances that have halted the collation of results in the Dom Kwabenya Constituency Collation Center. Hello, Mike. Thank you for joining us.
Hello.
Hi, this is Bella.
Which TV station am I talking to?
This is Bella on TV3. You're on your election
TV3.
command center. Yes.
Oh, yes. Hello. Yes, Bella Mundi. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, sir. How are you doing as well?
Oh, I mean, everything is well except for quite a few skirmishes and very bad behavior happening in the constituency.
When you say skirmishes and bad behavior, what are you referring to?
Well, I mean, first of all, we want peace. We just want the papers to be counted and then to be tallied and declared. Very simple. We are for peace. However, since 4 a.m., we came in there with our pink sheets for collation because we got there about 3-4. It's one of the biggest constituencies in Ghana. So it took quite a long time for the pink sheets to be arriving. The pink sheets arrived. We got there about 3 o'clock. At 4 o'clock, even in the presence of the police, in an access zone where nobody is allowed, the NDC managed to get some people in there, and they came to snatch the pink sheets. We were surprised because we had gathered there with our supporters. Of course, we had some security, but apparently there had been an announcement on national TV that all NDC people should go to their various polling centers. By the time we realized, the place was overwhelmed with land guards and all sorts of others. And of course, the temptation would be for you to also mobilize for people to come there. But advisedly, at that rate, it would be a clash and it could lead to other problems. So we refrained from that for the sake of peace, because we knew that the police would be able to do the job. So the first thing is the pink sheets were taken.
Okay.
The police gave chase and they ran away. After an hour, I think the police made the NDC understand the gravity of the matter. So they brought back our pink sheets. When they brought back the pink sheets, about 3 or 4 were missing. And we explained, why is it that our pink sheets are lost? That was the first one. Then, after they attacked, we are talking about a situation where the EC itself, in a few moments, they went ahead now to start doing the parliamentary. Because when the presidential started, we were doing that, and then Dr. Baumia conceded. So we all agree that if Dr. Baumia has conceded, there's no urgency with finishing the presidential, which will finish afterwards. Let's do the parliamentary to declare it. So we started to collate on that front.
Parliamentary, okay.
And move on to the parliamentary. Then the NDC said that JM has won the national election, so they've also won Domikwavina. And the agent said, no, parliamentary and presidential are two different issues. Nevertheless, the EC went ahead and were doing their work. Some of the EC pin sheets were in the ballot box.
Okay.
So the EC, with agreement of MPP, NDC, and the police, went to the collation center to pick some papers and bring it. Bella, would you believe the EC official, when it got into the compound, was attacked, the windscreens broken, the driver's head cracked open, and the ballot boxes were taken out and burned right there at the polling center.
Where was the security all this while?
Pardon?
Where was the security all this while?
I wonder, Bella, because the first one when they snatched the ballot paper, the security people are not supposed to come up there in the first place. So that is the first loophole. So as soon as this thing arrived, they were set upon, as I said, broken, cars vandalized, the driver's head open, and the ballot boxes were seized and burnt. Okay. Now, as if that is not enough. When that happened, all of a sudden, the police were very worried. So everything was halted for a while, and then the collation started again. Madam, I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, the people rushed in there, started beating everybody. They hit a policeman with a brick on his head. They attacked the EC officials who had to run into rooms with the papers and scattered every single thing there. Our agents were in danger, their lives, so they all had to leave the place. Some of them even had to walk with the police out and run away. Okay, so all of this has happened. And the place is therefore unsafe. Where we got to, the MPP were leading, and the rest I think about. But now the place was all scattered. I know that the police will gather all the sheets, and the EC materials, and declare or find a safe venue where even the MPP agents can come in.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing on TV3 right now that they are attempting to continue with the collation in the absence of the MPP agents whose lives are in danger.
Did they not contact?
Now, Bella,
did they not contact these agents?
Important thing happened. I need to make this point. Can you believe that when they beat the EC driver and set upon the EC car, the NDC constituency chairman, in his attempt to go down, to go and calm them down, has been beaten up and hospitalized?
Oh no!
I mean, what is that? How can we have ballot papers being collated or collation sheets being collated under these circumstances? The EC must suspend it. The police must come there and give them security. The EC say they are even afraid, the police, they are afraid to move with the EC to take the boxes to a safe venue. I mean, what is that?
Well, I hope the gentleman who was beaten up is receiving treatment, and I hope he will be fine. But in all of this, where were you? Were you also at the collation center?
No, because at about 4 a.m., I was moving to that place when the constituency chairman and the regional chairman and the organizer told me that no, the way the people are behaving here is not safe. And in any case, they are doing the work. So I should wait till a bit.
Okay.
And then all these things started happening.
All right. Now, you're saying that you were in the lead as at the time when the collation was happening.
Pardon?
You're saying that as at the time the collation was happening, before all this disturbance, happened,
yes.
You were in the lead.
As of now, the last thing is that the whole place has been trashed.
Okay.
And our agents have all left the place. So collation cannot continue.
Okay.
The police and the EC must find a safe venue and invite all of us to come there with our pin sheets. We check the EC one, we check it's fine, then we enter.
Okay.
But we cannot have one party there especially when the EC's sheets and others have been burnt.
Okay.
So are they going to use only the NDC ones?
Per the pink sheets that your executives or your agents had collected, is that what you're indicating, that you were in the lead or you are in the lead?
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
Okay.
What has been collated till that event happened when the room.
But you have the full set of pink sheets from all the polling stations, don't you?
Yeah, we had the full set until they came and snatched and bought it minus. So the NDC, they must now explain, where are these pink sheets? Because, we tallied our things very quickly.
Okay.
We have the tally sheets, we have everything, but we don't have the actual pink sheets for 3.
So you have the results? You have the results?
We have the results. The EC, in verifying it, have also got their materials burnt.
Per your results?
So how the thing...
Per your results, who's in the lead?
Who won? We are in the lead.
Oh, okay, let me ask again.
This is not just on record, it's on screen. We have a shot on the screen.
Okay.
Where we had 50.832 and there's 50.828, and it's froze. So how do we now go ahead and go and do collation in our absence and without the safety? This cannot happen in Ghana.
So you're saying that...
And I advise the EC to halt the process, the police to create a safe venue, maybe tomorrow in the daylight, bring in reinforcements in hard helmets, reinforcements with water tankers to stop hooligans from attempting to take over the democracy of Ghana. Because in an election, you can win by 1 vote. You can win by 2 votes. So it doesn't matter.
All right. You're saying that you're in the lead with 50,800?
Oh, that's what I'm saying, that's what happened. But my issue is simply that the security of the party agents cannot be guaranteed for us to continue.
Okay.
I mean, what I just mentioned were provisional results as to when we have stopped. So I don't want it to be like that is a declaration. No. I'm saying that the process has to be finished.
Okay.
There are just a few things to be done, but the security of MPP party agents cannot be guaranteed under the circumstances.
All right.
And so no collation should continue.
All right.
That is my point.
And I'm sure that they're watching and so they're listening to you and the right thing will be done. But how confident are you that you're winning Domi Kwabinya?
Oh, I mean, no matter how slim, we are winning it.
Okay.
It's one of the things that we all know that quite a few shockers happened. But we have put ourselves together. By the grace of God, we'll win, even if it's by 1 vote. And then we'll use the opportunity to amend quite a few other things.
Okay. What if you don't win?
Pardon?
What if you don't win?
If I don't win, I congratulate my opponent. And life goes on. We should all not decide that if you don't win, you are going to bring... I hope you will speak to my opponent and ask her what she will do when she doesn't win.
Thank you very much for speaking to us, Honorable Michael Okoye, and I believe that the authorities and, of course, the polling agents and the constituency agents are there and they're listening, and the right thing will be done if really it is what, all parties are looking for. And we hope that collation can continue at a safe space for everyone. But, gentlemen, our time is up. Unfortunately, we have to wrap, and so I have to say thank you to you. The next set is ready to take over. And so thank you very much, Senyosi, for joining us.
It's been a pleasure, but honestly, I don't see the point here. If Okoye and they have the pink sheets, there's nothing about leading. You have all the sets. It's either you have won or you have not won.
Well, he quoted
but you see, it's not being very straight about the matter. It means there's something is happening somewhere.
Okay.
So you know the numbers. All of you know the numbers. Stop lying to yourselves and to the public.
All right.
Tell us what has happened. Let's all of us go.